Hello everyone, welcome back and very good morning. So in this session, today it will be a short session, maybe 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour. I'm not feeling well. So today we will not start phase diagrams. Tomorrow we'll look into phase diagrams, eutectic systems and those things. Today what we'll do, we will cover another aspect of igneous rocks or another important topic, that is the examples of different type of rocks, igneous rocks. So here in the material also we have extensively covered the different types of igneous rocks, both plutonic and volcanic. So you need to remember the type of rock, the texture of the rock, what are the important minerals that are found in that particular rock, what are the important minerals with respect to constituents, then any special property, then how it is formed. So what is the source of magma, any other special processes involved in the formation of that particular rock, those things you have to remember. Okay, so it will be a very short session. I will just go through the important aspects of these rocks. Okay, so I would suggest you to, once this session is over, please go through these rocks thoroughly. Sometimes they may ask you to write a short note on, they will name plutonic or igneous rocks and they will ask you to write the important properties or characteristics of these rocks. So they can give you a question directly from this particular topic. So though it may seem not very important, but questions have been asked previously. So one should be prepared. So we'll start with plutonic rocks. Okay, that is granite. So I'll be starting with granite. So again, what are the things that you need to remember? First of all, whether it is a plutonic or volcanic rock. Then obviously that will indicate the texture also, what kind of minerals it has. Then any special characteristics and how it is formed. So these aspects you have to remember. So we'll start with granite. So it is the most common intrusive igneous rocks, most common igneous rock in the continental crust. So it is familiar as mottled pink. So mottled means ऐसे black white अलग-अलग spots हैं. So it has black and white spots. So mottled pink, white and grey and black ornamental stone. So it is a mottled stone, so where you have different colors. So it is a coarse to medium grain. So coarse to medium grain. Now because it is a volcanic rock, it is a plutonic rock, and because the magma cools inside the earth's surface, it will get sufficient time to cool down and form large crystals. So medium to coarse grain. So its three main minerals. कौन से main minerals हैं quartz में? Feldspar, quartz and mica. So hornblende is also present sometimes. So hornblende is also present. So feldspar, quartz and mica, ये तीन important minerals हैं. So sometimes amphibole is also there. Amphibole is also there. So hornblende भी हो, तुम्हारा black color का सिर्फ mica होगा ये जरूरी नहीं है, hornblende भी हो सकता है. So ये जो pink color है, this is your feldspar. Mainly बहुत बार potassium feldspar होता है, ये आया तुम्हारा बोल सकते हो orthoclase. Orthoclase and quartz is light color जो तुमको दिख रहा है वो quartz है. So feldspar, quartz and mica. So mica is the dark color minerals. So dark color जो है वो mica की वजह से. Sometimes even hornblende also gives that dark spots. So these minerals, of these, feldspar is the predominant one and quartz usually account for more than 10%. So quartz ज़्यादा होता है 10% से generally, but main mineral is feldspar. So alkali feldspar, अल्कली फेल्डस्पार, सो इट गिव्स द पिंक, वो जो पिंक तुम्हारा क्रिस्टल है दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ अल्कली फेल्डस्पार, आर ऑफन पिंक रिजल्टिंग इन पिंक ग्रेनाइट ऑफन यूज्ड एज डेकोरेटिव स्टोन। सो घर में भी फ्लोरिंग के लिए ग्रेनाइट को यूज करते हैं। सो ग्रेनाइट क्रिस्टलाइजेस फ्रॉम सिलिका रिच मैग्मा, सिलिका रिच मैग्मा दैट आर माइल्स डीप इन द अर्थ क्रस्ट। सो जब मैं सिलिका बोल रहा हूं तो जरूरी नहीं है कि क्वार्ट्ज ही होगा। सो क्वार्ट्ज इज वन ऑफ द फॉर्म, क्रिस्टोबलाइट हो सकता है, कोसाइट हो सकता है, अलग अलग टाइप के हो सकते हैं, राइट। क्वार्ट्ज इज वन ऑफ द फॉर्म, राइट। देन स्ट्रक्चर, इट इज मासिव एंड कन्फाइनिंग स्ट्रक्चर, सो अंदर है बिकॉज इट इज फॉर्म्ड इनसाइड द क्रस्ट। सो टेक्सचर फेनेरिटिक, मीडियम टू कोर्स ग्रेन है, सो टेक्सचर इज फेनेरिटिक एंड होलो क्रिस्टलाइन। ऑल द मिनरल्स फॉर्म क्रिस्टल्स, जितने भी मिनरल्स हैं इसके अंदर वो सारे क्रिस्टल्स फॉर्म करते हैं। सो इट ऑलवेज कंसिस्ट ऑफ minerals quartz and feldspar. So feldspar is the more dominant mineral, quartz and feldspar always is present. Other accessory minerals हैं, hornblende, other accessory minerals are also there. So quartz and feldspar generally give granite the light color, and जो dark color है वो mainly तुमको mica से आता है, okay? So it is because of biotite. So that light background color is punctuated by dark accessory minerals, thus classic granite has sand and pepper look. तो ये white and black जो look है तुम्हारा granite का, this particular look, white and sand, तुम्हारे जो salt and pepper look है, this is because of white and dark color minerals. So dark color minerals जो हैं accessory minerals, so this is biotite, and the amphibole, hornblende. Hornblende is also dark mineral. So इनकी वजह से इनको इसको ये डार्क कलर जो है। नाउ अकरेंस, सो ग्रेनाइट जो है इट इज इंट्रूसिव रॉक एंड और प्लूटोनिक रॉक। इसका जो वॉल्केनिक इक्विवेलेंट है, यानी जो बाहर आके सॉलिडिफाई होता है, लावा सॉलिडिफाई होता है, सो इट्स वॉल्केनिक इक्विवेलेंट इज रायोलाइट। सो लावा विद द सेम कॉम्पोजिशन एज ग्रेनाइट, रायोलाइट, इट इज एक्सट्रूसिव रॉक। सो that means granite must form by the melting of continental rocks. It has composition similar to continental crust. So continental crust के melting से हो रहा है, so that happens for two reasons. First is adding heat and adding volatiles. So either you increase the temperature or you reduce the melting point. So continents are relatively hot because of radioactive heat. So heat which is because of radioactivity, so which heats up the surroundings, and you will have granitic or rhyolitic magma. So rhyolite is granite का volcanic equivalent, granite is plutonic rock, उसका same volcanic equivalent is rhyolite. Now second one is diorite. So diorite जो है ये intermediate कॉम्पोजिशन है इसका। सो वॉल्केनिक तुम्हारा जो ग्रेनाइट है ये अगर एसिडिक रॉक है, सो ग्रेनाइट इज एसिडिक रॉक, सेम ये भी प्लूटोनिक रॉक है, डायोराइट इज ऑल्सो प्लूटोनिक, बट इसका जो कॉम्पोजिशन है ये बसाल्टिक एंड रायोलाइटिक का बीच में है। सो दिस इज इंटरमीडिएट, ना एसिडिक है ना अल्कलाइन है, ये इंटरमीडिएट कॉम्पोजिशन है। इसका जो वॉल्केनिक इक्विवेलेंट है दैट इज एंडेसाइट। सो डायोराइट इज प्लूटोनिक रॉक, इसका वॉल्केनिक इक्विवेलेंट इज एंडेसाइट। सो डायोराइट इज कोर्स ग्रेन इंट्रूसिव रॉक, कॉमनली द मिनरोलॉजी इज प्लाजियोक्लेस फेल्डस्पार। तो तुम्हारा ग्रेनाइट में क्या था, अल्कली फेल्डस्पार था, यहाँ पर प्लाजियोक्लेस फेल्डस्पार। सो अल्बाइट अनर्थाइट सीरीज, सो प्लाजियोक्लेस फेल्डस्पार। सो अगेन तुमको अभी बाय दिस टाइम यू शुड नो व्हेन आई से प्लाजियोक्लेस फेल्डस्पार, यू शुड नो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग। अभी क्या बोल रहा हूं मैं तुमको पता होना चाहिए। तो ये सीरीज है, दिस इज प्लाजियोक्लेस फेल्डस्पार। डार्क कलर, जो डार्क कलर आ रहा है दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ हॉर्नब्लेंड एंड बायोटाइट। ये डार्क कलर का जो मिनरल है दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ हॉर्नब्लेंड एंड बायोटाइट। क्रिस्टल्स बड़े बड़े हैं क्योंकि ये प्लूटोनिक रॉक है। इसी का जो इक्विवेलेंट है, वोल्केनिक इक्विवेलेंट, दैट इज एंडेसाइट। So usually occurs as dikes, sills and intrusions in the continental crust. So diorite intermediate composition है, ठीक है, it is not acidic nor alkaline. So diorite is usually gray. So see, there is not much that you conceptual यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं है. So most of the things you already know, कैसे क्या फॉर्म होता है, क्या चीज़ है. I'm just going through it. So diorite is usually gray to dark gray in color, but can also be black or bluish gray. Frequently has a greenish cast. ये जो ग्रे कलर ये सो है, ये प्लाजियोक्लेस की वजह से है। हाँ, कैल्शियम कंपोनेंट थोड़ा ज्यादा होगा तो वो ग्रे कलर, वो डार्क कलर आता है। So diorite is intrusive igneous rock because we can see the minerals with naked eyes, क्योंकि बड़े बड़े क्रिस्टल्स फॉर्म होते हैं। But that is, वो टेक्सचर क्यों आया है इसको? Because it is intrusive rock, मैग्मा धीरे धीरे कूल होता है। So they are coarse to medium grained and hollow crystalline. Hollow crystalline means all the minerals, all the जितने भी component minerals हैं, they will crystallize. So diorite composition consists principally of silicate minerals, plagioclase feldspar, typically andesite, and biotite. Plagioclase feldspar, typically andesite, biotite है, hornblende है, and pyroxene. So these are minerals. Chemical composition जो है intermediate है. It is intermediate between mafic magma and felsic. So mafic magma, which is gabbro. So gabbro is plutonic equivalent of basalt. Basalt volcanic है, उसी का equivalent जो है plutonic rock is gabbro. So granite जो है, granite plutonic है, rhyolite जो है वो volcanic है। So here diorite जो है, diorite plutonic है, इसी का volcanic andesite है। Then you have gabbro, gabbro plutonic है, basalt volcanic है। So सबका composition same है, बस plutonic है या फिर volcanic है, वो difference है। So granite is plutonic, rhyolite is its volcanic equivalent, diorite is plutonic, andesite is its volcanic equivalent. Gabbro is plutonic, basalt जो है ये volcanic equivalent है gabbro का, composition is same. So तुम्हारा जो diorite है, it has intermediate composition between acidic and basaltic magma. So ये कैसे form हो रहा है? It is formed because of partial melting of oceanic plate. या तो यहाँ से आ सकता है, partial melting of oceanic plate produces basaltic magma that rises and intrudes the granitic rock of continental plate. So basaltic magma mix with granitic magma to give intermediate magma. Intermediate composition है ना? So basaltic magma जो तुम्हारा partial melting of continental crust से आया है, that will go and it mixes with the continental crust. वहाँ पर जो तुम्हारा granitic composition है, so basaltic and granitic mix होके intermediate type of magma will be produced. So that is the process through which diorite is formed. So this produces a melt which has intermediate composition between basalt and granite. So basalt and granite के बीच का composition बनता है. Then we have andesite. So andesite जो है ये तुम्हारा diorite का volcanic equivalent है. So andesite is volcanic equivalent of diorite. So andesite पे देखो, क्योंकि ये volcanic rock है, इसमें crystals clearly दिखाई नहीं देंगे. You won't be able to see crystals very clearly. So andesite is volcanic rock named after Andes mountains. Intermediate silica content है. It is usually gray in color, maybe fine grained or porphyritic. बहुत ही fine छोटे छोटे grains होते हैं because it is cooled very quickly. So andesite is volcanic equivalent of diorite, which is plutonic rock. Diorite plutonic है. Plagioclase feldspar minerals, andesine, oligoclase together with one or more ferromagneseous minerals such as biotite or pyroxene. So dark color का जो है minerals, that is ferromagnesian minerals. So amygdaloidal andesite. Amygdaloidal means इसमें जो है छोटे छोटे तुम्हारे पास You can see small depressions because of expulsion of gases are removed, तो उससे छोटे छोटे तुमको vesicles बनते हैं. Those vesicles can be filled with another mineral, zeolite जैसे है. So zeolite is silicate mineral, so they can fill up those small pockets, vesicles. So volcanic rock है. So amygdaloidal andesite occurs when voids left by the gases in the solidifying magma are filled with zeolite minerals. So these are aluminosilicates. Zeolite जो है aluminosilicate है. Texture aphanetic to porphyritic. Texture में भी differ, it may differ depending upon the cooling rate. वो cooling rate पे depend करता है. So major minerals क्या है? Plagioclase, hornblende and almandine. So these are the main minerals. So accessory minerals क्या क्या है इसमें? Ilmenite, apatite and orthopyroxene. And how it is formed? So again, so andesite generally occurs in convergent plate boundaries क्योंकि intermediate type है इसमें. Basaltic magma mixes with country rocks, composition becomes intermediate type. So fractional crystallization of mafic parent magma ये भी हो सकता है. So mafic minerals will be removed, जो बचेगा वो intermediate type of composition होगा. Partial melting of crustal material that can also lead to the andesitic magma. So magma mixing between two types, basaltic and rhyolitic mix होके andesitic बन सकता है. Because तुम्हारा andesite हो या diorite हो, composition तो same है, बस diorite plutonic है, andesite is volcanic. That is the main difference. Basaltic magma must crystallize certain minerals removed from the melt. So fractional crystallization से भी बन सकता है. So basaltic magma में से जो तुम्हारे mafic minerals हैं वो निकल जाएंगे. Olivine, other mafic minerals will be removed. Now the magma composition will be intermediate. Olivine, amphiboles, they will be removed and rest of the magma will have intermediate composition. So mixing से हो सकता है. Characteristic properties क्या है? So it mainly contains andesite together with pyroxene consists of plagioclase feldspar. In addition, it may also contain hornblende. Accessory minerals हैं. Silica content is moderate, medium है. Density of such rocks is around 2.11 to 2.36. Density is usually less. Crust में मिलता है इसलिए. Usually occurs in shades of grey because of plagioclase feldspar. जो grey color देता है. It is used in making tiles because it is resistant to slipping. Used as filling material in construction and road construction. Landscape and garden designs में use कर सकते हैं. Sculptures and monuments के लिए भी use कर सकते हो. Andesite. Then we have cyanite. So cyanite is intrusive igneous rock that basically composed of alkali feldspar and ferromagnesium minerals. So ये जो है cyanide जो है, it has less amount of silica. Silica content is less and alkali minerals. तो इसमें feldspathoid minerals ज़्यादा होता है. Feldspathoid and जो quartz है, they are opposite. They don't occur in equilibrium within the same rock. So unique group of alkali cyanide is characterized by presence of feldspathoid minerals inclusive of nepheline, leucite, cancrinite, sodalite. So cyanide जो है, it is rich in feldspathoid minerals, alkali minerals. So feldspathoid minerals and quartz, they are opposite. They don't occur in equilibrium inside the same rock. तो quartz कम होगा, बहुत ही कम होगा अगर feldspathoids है तो. So chemically cyanides comprise of slight amount of silica, very less amount of silica and big amounts of alkalis and alumina. Texture phaneritic, medium to coarse grain. So mineral content क्या क्या है? Orthoclase with less to minor plagioclase, minor amount of silica, augite, hornblende, magnetite. So silica content, quartz बहुत कम होता है. So cyanide predominant mineral is alkali. It is alkaline in character. Very less amount of feldspar is also very less amount. ज़्यादा नहीं है feldspar भी. Alkali minerals are more. So feldspathoid minerals are main. So if ferromagnesian minerals are present in cyanide, most of all they usually occur as hornblende, amphibole and clinopyroxene. Biotite rare hota hai, biotite is rare. They are mainly these minerals. So cyanide formation kaise ho raha hai? So divergent views are there. So common association of nepheline cyanide with normal cyanides and limestones in various occurrences have led to suggest that these rocks have been formed by silicic magma that has been desilicified. So silica rich magma which has been desilicified. अब सिलिका कैसे निकल जाएगा? So how desilicification occurs? So basically the silica in the magma, it reacts with calcium carbonate rocks. So तुम्हारे जो limestones हैं, so limestones, see, calcium silicate बन जाएगा and silica will be removed. So those rocks, जो magma है तुम्हारा, silicic magma में से silica content will be removed and the magma will turn into, I mean, it will be rich in other alkali, or you can say felspathoid minerals, which will lead to the formation of cyanide. Then we have anorthosite. Anorthosite means plagioclase feldspar is rich. It is rich in plagioclase feldspar. So anorthosite is a phaneretic intrusive rock which contains mostly plagioclase feldspar. So 90 to 100% with a very less amount of mafic component. So pyroxene, ilmenite, magnetite and olivine are mafic minerals most commonly present, लेकिन बहुत कम होते हैं. They are only 0 to 10%. Mostly it is plagioclase feldspar. So anorthosite जो है ये तुम्हारे commonly जो surface पे नहीं मिलते हैं ये rocks. So anorthosite is found in very old rocks, like ऐसे बोल सकते हो जो तुम्हारा Archean system में जो है. So rocks which are in Archean system. So Archean anorthosites which are around 2.3 billion years old. So Archean anorthosites generally occur in association with other components of layered igneous complexes. Overall, they have basaltic composition. So perhaps most distinctive signature of the origin is frequent association with chromite bands. So Archean rocks में तुमको generally ये मिलेगा Archean anorthosites. So plagioclase feldspar with a typical range of 80 to 95% anorthosite. Anorthosite crystals भी तुमको मिलेंगे. Anorthosite is this. So 80 to 95% anorthosite ही है. So Archean anorthosites were derived from fractional crystallization of basaltic melts. कैसे फॉर्म हुआ है? By fractional crystallization of basaltic melts. So Archean anorthosites do not form major part of continental crust. ये तुमको बहुत deep layers में मिलेंगे. So mainly it is composed of plagioclase feldspar. So massive anorthosite are most commonly found in mid-Proterozoic range. So range is, it is in the age of the mid-Proterozoic range is from 2.3 billion years old to the lower Paleozoic. So Paleozoic अगर around 530 million years. So 2.3 billion years से 530 million years के बीच में तुमको मिलेंगे ये rocks. So these are those older rocks. The apparent absence of large masses of basic and ultramafic rocks beneath the anorthosite. तो एक theory क्या है कि जो basaltic magma है, basaltic magma में fractional crystallization हो जाएगा. The ultramafic minerals like olivine, they will crystallize first. जो अब magma होगा, this will be slightly alkaline. So this will lead to the formation of anorthosite. हाँ, ये एक theory है. But तो फिर नीचे तुम्हारा basaltic rock होना चाहिए फिर anorthosite के नीचे, because this is formed by the magma which has been modified due to fractional crystallization. So basaltic magma fractional crystallization होके anorthosite rock देने वाला magma बनेगा. हाँ, ultramafic minerals will crystallize and rest of the magma will give rise to anorthosite. So that was the theory. So absence of large masses of basic and ultramafic rocks beneath the anorthosite plutons is in the favor of existence of primary anorthosite magma. तो अगर ये बसाल्टिक मैग्मा से डिराइव हुआ है तो नीचे अल्ट्रामेफिक रॉक्स मिलने चाहिए तुमको, बट बिलो द एनॉर्थोसाइट इट वाज नॉट फॉर्म, वो मिला नहीं. तो इसका मतलब है कि एनॉर्थोसाइट प्रोड्यूस करने वाला सेपरेटली देयर इज ए प्राइमरी मैग्मा विच इज लीडिंग टू द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एनॉर्थोसाइट. सो ये तुम्हारा मैग्मा डिफरेंशिएशन से एनॉर्थोसाइट नहीं फॉर्म हुआ है. पहला थ्योरी क्या बोल रहा था? फ्रैक्शनल क्रिस्टलाइजेशन विल हैपन, अल्ट्रामेफिक मिनरल्स विल सेपरेट, दे विल सेटल डाउन, क्रिस्टलाइज हो जाएंगे, देन इट विल लीड टू द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एनॉर्थोसाइट. सो अगर ऐसा है तो नीचे तुमको अल्ट्रामेफिक रॉक्स मिलने चाहिए. सो दैट वाज नॉट फॉर्म. सो एक थ्योरी क्या बोलता है कि ये प्राइमरी मैग्मा हो सकता है. सो इट माइट बी फॉर्म्ड फ्रॉम प्राइमरी मैग्मा. सो डेरिवेशन ऑफ एनॉर्थोसाइट मैग्मा from the mantle is unlikely since magma is absent in the oceanic environment. So anorthosite magma is absent in the oceanic environment. Lower continental crust is considered as source. तो ये continental crust से ही बहुत deep में, so lower part of continental crust might be the source of magma. So that is the present belief. So basalt. So basalt क्या है? ये volcanic rock है. This is typical basaltic magma है. So by melting of the oceanic crust you will form basaltic magma. So basalt is the most common rock on the earth's surface. Specimens are black in color. They will weather to dark green or brown. It is rich in iron and magnesium. That is why the dark color. Mainly composed of olivine, pyroxene and plagioclase. So they can also be porphyritic with phanerocrystal of olivine and augite. तो कभी कभी तुमको olivine और augite के तुमको छोटे छोटे क्रिस्टल्स मिल सकते हैं. यहाँ पर एक है, यहाँ पर एक है. सो हियर छोटे छोटे मिल सकते हैं, बट इट इज ऑल्सो वेसिकुलर. तो तुमको होल्स भी मिलेंगे जहाँ से गैसेस एस्केप हुए हैं. Volcanic rock, dark grey to black. Silica content is less aphanetic generally, but it can be porphyritic. हो सकता है कभी कभी अगर कूलिंग बहुत धीरे हुआ हो तो you might get porphyritic also. So oceanic floor, basalt makes most of the oceanic floor. Sometimes it can also form plateaus. Huge plateaus have formed due to basalt. So mainly characterized by preponderance. Dominance किसका है? Preponderance of calcium plagioclase or calcic plagioclase feldspar and pyroxene. Olivine can also be a significant constituent. Other accessory minerals, so oxides of iron, titanium oxides, तो ये भी डार्क कलर देता है. Iron, titanium oxides, such as magnetite, ulvospinel, ilmenite. So these oxides also give magnetic behavior. तो ये भी magnetic behavior देता है. So magnetic poles are reversing. ये कहाँ पे मिला था तुमको? Oceanic crust में. So near the mid-oceanic ridge. So that was discovered by the study of magnetic property of rocks in the mid-oceanic ridge. So again, इसका structure pillow basalt, columnar basalt structure में vary. Gabbro जो है ये basalt का plutonic equivalent है. Basalt is volcanic, ये same composition है, but it is plutonic. So medium or coarse grained rock, dark green, pyroxene in principle it is present. So augite and smaller orthopyroxene amounts plus white or green colored plagioclase and black millimeter sized grains or grains of magnetite or ilmenite may be present. So plagioclase feldspar main है. तो other orthopyroxenes, ilmenite, magnetite they are also present. So ये तुम्हारा क्योंकि plutonic rock है, the crystal size is larger. Intermediate to low silica content, rarely contains quartz. So gabbro is actually intrusive equivalent of basaltic rock. So texture is phaneritic, medium to coarse grain. So mineral predominantly plagioclase and pyroxene with lesser amount of olivine. Silica content is less. So it is also called as black granite. It is also plus black granite. So it is used to make large number of rough cut products such as border stones, paving stones, other products. So इसको black granite बोलते हैं stone industry में. So peridotite. So peridotite जो है, these are rocks with large size crystals. So peridotites commonly used to express ultramafic igneous rocks that are highly rich in ferromagnesian mineral olivine, which has the composition. So olivine का formula है वो composition. So olivine बहुत higher content में होता है इस rocks में. Peridotites they are derived from mantle. So low silica index. So these rocks contain very less amount of silica. So peridotites have massive or coarse grain in texture. So बहुत बड़े बड़े crystals होते हैं. Sometimes the crystals may be a size of centimeter, 1 or 2 centimeters also. So they are formed from, they generally form silts and dikes of moderate size. So बहुत सारे modes हैं peridotite के origin के. So Henry Hess believed, he believes them to be a product of primary peridotitic magma, a view that is very strongly objected by many others. Another view holds them having been formed from primary basic basaltic magma from which olivine and other mafic minerals were separated by some process. So primary basaltic magma में fractional crystallization हुआ. So olivine and other ultramafic minerals they settled down. Rest of the magma it got separated, और जो crystals हैं, जो ultramafic minerals हैं which settled earlier due to because they crystallized first क्योंकि उनका melting point बहुत ज़्यादा है. So they settled and lower layer में तुम्हारा rock जो form हुआ है that is your peridotite. So fractional crystallization से जो ultramafic minerals separate हुए हैं they form your peridotitic. तो basalt से ही separate होके तुम्हारा ultramafic peridotic magma बना. ये एक और view है. So mantle, upper mantle, so the magma is derived from the upper mantle. So that is another view. Primary peridotic magma होता है, ये एक view है. दूसरा view है कि basaltic magma से ही ultramafic minerals they got separated. Olivine में rich है ना ये. This is rich in olivine. So olivine is one of those primary minerals. Olivine is one of those minerals which will crystallize first. So वो separate हो गए basaltic magma से. So these ultramafic minerals they got separated, और rest of the magma it moved, or the magma was separated, and जो ultramafic minerals हैं they formed this peridotite. ये एक और view है. Third possibility suggested regards the development of peridotite bodies simply as a result of hydrothermal transport of their material and its subsequent reaction with the rocks of appropriate composition. So this is because of hydrothermal activity. एक और view है कि hydrothermal activity से बना है. So transport of minerals into the country rocks. So that led to the formation of peridotite. ये एक और view है. Then we have kimberlite. So this is a type of peridotite. So peridotite है ये भी एक तरह का. Kimberlite is a type of peridotite. It is a variety of peridotite. It is a major source of diamonds. So kimberlite जो है तुम्हारा, it is a major source of diamonds. So it is rich in mica minerals. So तुमको crystals of phlogopite भी मिलेगा. Others contain abundant minerals like chrome diopside, olivine, and chromium and pyrope garnet. So other minerals are also commonly seen. So diamonds you can see. So kimberlite, that is a type of peridotite, is the major source of diamonds. Then we have comites. So comite, it is a very rare rock. Comite जो है, so it has some special features. So comite का you can see the texture. तुमको needle like texture दिख रहा है. So comites are very rare igneous rocks. They are one variety of extrusive ultramafic igneous rocks. So extrusive ultramafic igneous rocks हैं. So comites जो नाम है ये कोमती रिवर इन साउथ अफ्रीका, वहाँ से ये तुमको नाम पड़ा है because they were first found there. So Comatite is an exceedingly rare type of lava. No volcano on the earth erupts this kind of material today. So ये बहुत ही rare type of lava है. So comatites are essentially restricted to Archean rocks around 4.55 to 2.5 billion years ago, when the earth was still cooling down. Earth अभी भी अर्थ में हीट फ्लक्स बहुत ज़्यादा था, यानी इट वॉज वेरी हॉट, इट वॉज स्टिल कूलिंग स्टेजेस में था. सो बेस्ड ऑन द एक्सपेरिमेंट्स इट हैज बीन डिटरमाइंड दैट कोमाटाइट लावा originally erupted was considerably hotter than any other type of lava on the earth now at present. So comatite lava also had very low viscosity, flowed like ultra dense gas and could solidify into lava flows of 1 centimeter thick. तो ये बहुत ही low density और low viscosity लावा था. द क्लासिक टेक्सचर इज स्पाइनिफेक्स. ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टर है. तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में एक लॉन मेकिंग ग्रास है, वो ग्रास का जो है तुम्हारा स्पाइनिफेक्स जो टेक्सचर है, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द ग्रास. हाँ, वो जिसके ऊपर चलोगे तो तुमको चुभता है. सो द क्लासिक टेक्सचर ऑफ कोमाटाइट्स is Spinifex texture, named after clumps of long spiky grasses common in Australia. So comatites with Spinifex texture is characterized by having long blades of olivine mixed with small scale blades of pyroxene. So ये blades किस चीज के हैं? Olivine and pyroxene. So it is also बोल सकते हो ultramafic magma है. So this type of magma does not erupt now. ये बहुत पहले तुमको बहुत ही ओल्डर रॉक्स में मिलेंगे. दे हैव स्पाइनिफेक्स टेक्सचर विच इज बिकॉज ऑफ नीडल लाइक क्रिस्टलाइजेशन ऑफ ओलिविन एंड पायरोक्सिन. सो जस्ट गो थ्रू दीज रॉक्स. इनमें ना कभी कभी डिस्क्राइब दीज रॉक्स बोल के ऐसे आ सकता है क्वेश्चन. सो प्रीवियसली दे हैव आस्क्ड ग्रेनाइट, बसाल्ट, इनकी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स बताओ, हाउ दे आर फॉर्म्ड, इस तरह से क्वेश्चंस पूछता है. सो Today I did not want to start a new topic जो तुम्हारे phase diagram and solid solutions जो तुम्हारे eutectic binary systems या फिर जो tertiary systems हैं, ternary eutectic diagrams या फिर तुम्हारे binary eutectic diagrams. So वो तुम्हारे जो phase diagrams हैं, I did not want to start them today. मैंने सोचा कि कल से हम लोग करते हैं, कल freshly we will start. Okay, so just go through these rocks once. ठीक है. So we'll start the phase diagrams and eutectic systems जो हैं तुम्हारे binary and ternary, we'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so that will be all for today. So thank you very much.